It's ALB in Whisperland here. Thank you so much for joining me for another ASMR hair tutorial. Do you like my hairdo right now? It's pretty cool looking, huh? So currently I have my hair in pin curls. And if you were thinking to yourself, ALB, what are pin curls? Well, I already have a tutorial up, an ASMR tutorial on how you can do pin curls in your hair yourself. They are a heat-free way of curling your hair, so I'm a big fan because as someone with very damaged hair, I don't use any heat tools on my hair, and the way I do my hairstyles is all through a wet set, and that's what I've done today. So the pin curl pattern that I have in my hair is pretty much the one you see me do in the previous pin curl tutorial that I've done. All of the curls are facing away from my head. They're going back, just like in that video. The one difference being that when I made that video, I didn't have bangs yet, and I have them now. So my bangs are right here in this curl, and they are pinned down, facing forward this direction. So that's what these are right here. But other than that, everything's the same. So I'm gonna start taking the pin curls out, and we'll get going on this tutorial because taking the pin curls out and doing a brush out is what takes the longest, as you know if you've watched the previous video. So I wanted to do this tutorial for a couple of reasons. The first one being that the hair I did in the last video is kind of like a very quick version of this, and a lot of you said that you liked my hair in the last video and that you would like to see a tutorial. So then, you know, I got to thinking and I was like, what if I actually did the hair that I want to do? You know what I mean? This particular hairstyle is one that I have loved for so long. I have this picture saved on my phone, and I've probably had it on every phone I've had for the past like 10 years. I'm obsessed with this photo. This photo is from 1965, so it's pretty old. This photo is of the actress Catherine Deneuve. Her name looks like it would be pronounced Catherine Deneuve, but like it's French, so it's like Catherine, you know. Just taking all these little pin curls out, and the bangs too, which will look very silly for right now. I mean, it all looks kind of goofy, doesn't it? It's very ringlety. This isn't going to be the final effect, but it's curly, and curly is good, right? So now I'm going to brush through all this really well to get it to a texture that will be good for doing this. The brush I use for my hair tutorials is a Tangle Teaser. Yeah, it's a Tangle Teaser. And it makes it sound like this when it's being touched. Like I'm very lightly touching it. Sometimes when I brush my hair with this, people hear this sound and they think that I'm ripping through my hair, and I'm not. It's just the sound of the brush. I actually quite like the sound of it. I don't know. There's just something about it. It's comforting to me. Okay, we're mostly brushed out now. Somewhat. Kind of like Stevie Nicks right now, isn't it? Sort of, kind of. Okay, we're getting there. Bangs never do what you want them to do they? We're getting there, though. Before we get too much into the styling part of this video, I wanted to say a huge thank you to Function of Beauty for sponsoring tonight's ASMR video. Function of Beauty, if you haven't heard of them, they're for this really awesome customizable hair care company. So you go on their website, you don't have to like go to a store and spend time figuring out what's best for your hair, because when you order, you fill out a 2-minute quiz and you choose like what your hair goals are. For me, it was like I wanted tone brassiness in my hair because, as a lot of you guys know, during the fall and winter I do more of a light pink with my hair, and sometimes I kind of do like a silvery lilac color as well. And I'm constantly fighting the yellow tones in my hair, trying to sneak back out. It's like very salmon-y when it's like that, and I'm not really into that. I like it to be a little bit cooler tone, more lavender. So I was able to select that in my quiz, and it's really cool because you choose like what you would like for your conditioner, your shampoo, whatever you want, and you also get to pick the scent, which I just loved because I love lavender. You guys know this. And they had an option for a lavender scent, and I was like, well, obviously I'm getting like everything in lavender. So Function of Beauty has no parabens, sulfates, GMOs, or toxins. It's 100% vegan. It's cruelty free, and I just loved that I didn't have to like worry about picking out items. I get really like I don't want to pick stuff out. I don't want to have to figure out what the best thing is, and it just shows up right at your door. I also just really liked that my name was on the box and it was on the bottles. Like, it felt really special and cool that my own name was on my shampoo. It's kind of like hands off my shampoo. Easily my favorite item was the hair mask. Like, you guys, when you open this hair mask, it is thick. Sometimes you get hair masks and it's basically just conditioner, but like this is the kind of hair mask where you take out a little bit and it's like so thick and luxurious. And when I used it on my hair, I was like, okay, this is the real deal. It made my hair feel so soft and nice. My order also came with free stickers, which I loved. I put some of them on my bottles because that's how they had them on the website, and I was like, oh, that actually looks really cool. But the other ones I'm saving for my day planner because I like to put little stickers in my day planner. So yeah. They also sell body wash and body lotion on their website, so it's not just hair stuff, but the hair stuff they do is like really, really nice. So you can click through the link in the description for 20% off your order at functionofbeauty.com. Now, one thing I'll say about this hairstyle is, and with any big hairstyle, it is best suited to day 2 or 3 or 4 hair. And what I mean by that is it's the kind of hairstyle where the dirtier your hair is, the better it will stay, and you'll have an easier time of it. My hair is clean, unfortunately. So what I'm gonna do to kind of like combat that is I'm gonna spray in a little bit of texturizing spray and a little bit of dry shampoo. This kind of adds a little bit of grit, a little bit of texture to my hair, and that's just going to make it so much easier to work with. Now, I'm pretty sure that anybody else doing this hairstyle would definitely be teasing their hair, but I don't really like to tease my hair because my hair is very damaged, as I've mentioned 100 times before. I don't like to do things that further aggravate my dry, broken hair. So, I mean, in my bangs, I don't mind so much if I need to tease a little bit because, like, if there's damage, I can just cut it off. But other parts of my hair, I try not to get too much damage if I can avoid it. So, we're gonna go the texturizing spray route. We'll get a little dry shampoo going. So dry shampoo is more for your roots. Texturizing spray, which is kind of like a sea salt spray. It's for like the ends of your hair, like this. Just basically a fluffy mess at this point. But you know, as we say, with all good hairstyles, it has to go through an ugly stage. If it doesn't, it can't get really good. So you have to go through the ridiculous stage to get beautiful hair. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I am not wearing my rings. I never wear my rings when I'm doing hair because they're just gonna get product in them anyway. But to be honest, I forget to wear my rings all the time when I'm like doing ASMR because jewelry is always the very last thing that I put on. And so sometimes it's just like, I'll just forget. You know, I'm only human. You can see like the difference in volume you get with just doing dry shampoo and texturizing spray. Like we haven't even done hairspray yet and it's already like huge. That's the fun of it. So I'm gonna separate my bangs and like all the little pieces around my face out from the rest of the hair. So this piece right here is pretty much just mostly bangs. So I'm gonna run just a little bit of hairspray through it and then pin it because I'm not gonna work with it right now. A little pin. Cute. Look at this little guy. He's just a baby. Just a little baby bangs. Okay, now we have to contend with the rest. It shall be tamed, not to worry. It shall be tamed and it shall be fluffed. So, the next step that we need to do is essentially make a ponytail right at the top of the head in kind of a spot that it would be a little strange looking to put an actual ponytail. But she sort of has this like pile of big teased fluffy hair / fake hair right sitting at the top of her head. Is that the crown of your head? Where's the crown of your head? I don't know. These are things I should know and I just don't because who cares? So I'm gonna put a ponytail right here. I'm gonna use one of these super tiny little plastic elastics. Usually I use these for putting at the ends of braids and things like that, but they're really stretchy and they work. And what I like about them is that they're nearly impossible to see. Like, they're really good when you are trying to make a hair illusion, which is what I'm doing most of the time when I'm doing my hair. So I'm gonna brush my hair back and try to get it really smooth on the sides. I might even put some hairspray in if we're feeling saucy. Just using my hand to smooth the hairspray, and I'm kind of doing it now before I put the ponytail in, just in case, you know, there's like no lumpy, you know, anyone who wears their hair in ponytails know what I'm talking about. Like, you get these little sticky out parts. It's annoying. Now, in her picture here, she doesn't have this like really tight. It's kind of looser. I'm gonna go ahead and put the ponytail in tight, not like super tight or anything. But then I'm going to loosen it up after the fact, strategically. That's how we have to do everything with this hairstyle. It's like intentional carelessness. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm just gonna do it wrapped around twice. I don't want it to be so tight. And I'm gonna try to pull it forward to kind of the front part of my hair. Do you guys like this little comb that I got recently? In my last tutorials, I think I used a black rat tail comb, and I just found this pink sparkly one recently, and I was like, it was like $1. I was like, this is the perfect thing. I need this. A pink sparkly comb. Does a more fantastic thing exist? I don't know. Now, this is like one of my best hair tips, so I'm really excited to give it to you. What I'm going to be using today is this. Check this out. Do you know what this is? This is a deconstructed hair donut. So you know those hair donuts that like you put on top of your ponytail and then you're supposed to wrap your hair around them, right? This is one that I cut apart. And so it's basically just like this kind of sheer plastic mesh. And when I used to do more TV work, I was on set once, and I like to watch hairstylists do their thing. It's like one of the best parts of being on any set is like watching people who are really good at their jobs do their jobs. Sometimes I would ask questions like, oh, so why are you doing it that way? Or like, that's interesting. Tell me a little bit more, because like they're so smart and knowledgeable, and like I just want to soak up all of their knowledge. I want to learn everything. And one of the hairstylists that I had once would do this for all the people she did hair on. She had this bag of hair donuts that were like in every color. It was like, not every color. She didn't have pink, but I can get away with a blonde one. But she also had like brown and red and black. And she would cut them apart, and whenever she needed to make volume in a hairstyle, she would just use these, because you can use these in just so many ways when you take it apart, because you can like fold it up on itself and use it like this, wrap it around something. It's better than just using it in the hair donut shape, because that can kind of look fake. It's a little too, what's the word? It's a little too structural, right? Like when you see someone who's wearing a hair donut, you can usually tell, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to kind of hide the fact that you're adding bulk to your hair, this is the way to do it, for sure. If not, using fake hair. Like, I have a really hard time using fake hair because I can't seem to dye hair to match my color. Hair just doesn't seem to want to do that, and it's not the same texture as my hair because my hair is so fine. I don't know if you can tell. My hair is very fine, and I just have a lot of it. So whatever texture fake hair I use, it doesn't match. So this is like a way better option for me. Also, it's so much cheaper. Oh my goodness. So much more cheap. More cheap? That's not a sentence. It's more inexpensive. Let's say that. So now I'm going to take this deconstructed hair donut and I'm going to wrap it around the base of my ponytail. And the way to do that is start with one end and just stick a bobby pin through it, that, right? And just wrapping. Like that. And then I'll just pin it on this side. It kind of looks weird and sloppy right now, but it'll sort itself out. So now I'm going to kind of split this ponytail section so that it's all over like this. And I'm going to do a little spray of hairspray to this Fraggle Rock situation. And now I'm gonna do the fun thing that's really just fiddling. So many of my hair tutorials are like, okay, now you're gonna fiddle with it for 10 minutes. Basically, I'm trying to create basically the shape of like a big oversized floppy bun, but it's not really floppy because we're doing it very intentionally. Again, intentional carelessness. That's what this is all about. And the other thing is, anytime you have a part of it that looks good, bobby pin it. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as something looks okay, just bobby pin it. And we're really trying to hide that little deconstructed hair donut, but as long as you pick a color that's like at least somewhat, you know, relatable to your own hair color, it's pretty easy to hide it. And like I said earlier, like, don't ever be fussy that your hair doesn't get the size and hugeness of like either vintage hair or like celebrity photos. Everybody uses sneaky things like this or fake hair. Like every photo shoot I've ever been on, people do that. Every TV set I've ever done, they've done that. It's just, you know, that's what people do to create like jaw-dropping hair. So don't feel bad if your own hair doesn't do that naturally. Nobody's hair does that naturally, you know. But that's kind of the fun about it. We get to think of ways to make hair look huge and be creative and think, you know, outside the box about it. I don't really like this little thing that's happening back here, so I'm gonna spray it. You can probably see now why this is the kind of hairstyle that I could sit and futz with like for hours, because you can just keep kind of fiddling with it. But honestly, her hair is messy in the photo. I'm not gonna worry about it that much. I think it looks fine. The thing I'm trying to figure out right now is if I'm gonna wear my big fake velvet ribbon or if I'm gonna like tie a bow naturally. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Alright, so here's my bangs now. Make a part in them. So can I just complain to you for a little bit? The thing I'm finding really annoying about having bangs is that my roots show so much more than they did before I got bangs. And like I think that honestly my hair that grows right next to my face is a little bit lighter because like I'm a blonde. And the hair that's like a little further back I think is like darker. So I think when I didn't have bangs it was less obvious. But now it's like, oh, there's roots. What are you gonna do? Now I'm gonna tease my bangs just a little bit. Just a touch. Because I want that like huge floof that she has. And hers kind of goes to the side a little bit. Yeah, hers is like out like this. Just hairspray that a little bit. There we go. It's very Dolly Parton, isn't it? What does she say? The bigger the hair, the closer to God? That's how I'm feeling right now. Get some of these old baby hairs going down here. Yeah. There, that's one bang done. Can I be done now? I don't want to style the other one to be perfect. I'm not going to be able to do it. Well, we'll try, won't we? You guys, I don't want to freak you out, but I think that feathered bangs are coming back. I've been seeing a lot of people with feathered bangs, and I think they're coming back. So get your feathered bang on, because your time has come. Okay, you know what? That's pretty darn close, isn't it? Alright, now, for safety's sake, what are we gonna do? We're gonna spray everything. That's what we do. Okay, so for this next part, we have some options. We'll see what we think. I either have this big velvet bow that I made myself, which would go like this. Oh, that's pretty cute actually. But I feel like hers is a little bit more casual than this. This is my bag of velvet ribbon, and I have to tell you this story because it's so funny. So my friend got me last year as a gift because she knows me very well. She sent me velvet ribbon, like not anything other than just like ribbon, like spools of velvet ribbon in different sizes, and I was like, this is the best gift ever. I love this so much. And I made all kinds of things with it. And she's in Boston, and she was visiting New York, and that's where she found the ribbon at some like big ribbon warehouse thing. And so then 2 months ago, I got it in my head that I wanted to make more things with velvet ribbon. Specifically, I'll tell you what it is. I wanted to put like a sort of creamsicle orange velvet ribbon on my witch hat so that it was like cute and had like a cute vibe to it. And I was like, hey, like, where did you get that ribbon again? I want to get some more. And she sent me a link to their website, which she hadn't shopped from their website before. She'd actually gone to the store. And I was like, cool. So I added like 3 meters to my cart of velvet ribbon. That's not that much. That's just like a couple of feet. That's like, okay, I'm not gonna embarrass myself and try to figure out how much that is, but like, it's not more than, I don't know, it was, let's say it's a couple yards. So anyway, the amount in dollars that cost was $12. So you can just imagine. And I got to the checkout part, and the site was like great, your total is $12 plus $130 shipping. And I was like, pardon? What's that now? What? And I thought, like, this has to be a mistake, right? Like, I must have put in the wrong amount. No, I didn't. It's literally that much to ship to Canada. And the ironic thing, you guys, is that Toronto and New York are not far away from each other. Like, I've driven that a bunch of times. It's not that far. So, $130 for, like, the smallest amount of ribbon. I was like, well, that's not happening. So, and this is my whole story to say, I don't have orange ribbon. I'm sure that sometime I'll find some other ribbon seller and source some orange ribbon. But for now, I don't have any orange ribbon. And it is a travesty. Alright, so the other option I have is this ribbon, which is thinner. So, hold on, I gotta unspool it a little bit. That is gonna look... Her ribbon's thicker than this. Okay, wait, hold on a second. What if I did like this? And then we cheated and put that there. Okay, that would be really cute. I'm totally doing this. We're doing it. Okay, I need to measure this and cut it. Because we're just gonna pin it. Okay, so like that much. I have scissors here. Alright, so now I'm going to show you my sneaky way of doing a fake headband. Take your ribbon. There's just like behind the ear, yeah. We have it like this. And now we're just going to take bobby pins and pin it where the bow is going to go, to the hair. I mean, why not? You're not going to see it, right? This bow doesn't have a clip. I just pin it in with bobby pins. So I'll take one. Get it in a good position here. And I will just sneak a bobby pin through the back. Okay, I'm like obsessed with this already. So I mean, like, if you decide to recreate this, you don't need to do the bow, obviously. The bow is a lot. But luckily, I, as a human being, am a lot. So I love the bow. It's so 60's. It's so Valley of the Dolls. Like, come on. And this, look, we cheated. This isn't even a real, it's not even tied. We don't have to worry about, like, tying a bow. I don't want to tie a bow. I also just love a hair cheat like this, where the ribbon isn't tied, this isn't actually tied, because if you're out and it like gets mussed and you need to fix it, it's so easy to fix because you don't have to retie anything. You can just like repin it the way you want it to look. So much better. So my darlings, this is the finished look. I'll do a little side by side for you so you can see compared to the photo that is my huge inspiration, how close we got. I think it's pretty bang on, you know. It's not going to be 100% because we don't really look alike, but you know, it's pretty close. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Function of Beauty for sponsoring this video. Like I said earlier, you can go ahead and click the link in the description box for 20% off your customized hair care on functionofbeauty.com. Thank you so much, my darling. for now.